Namaste. Let's start lecture 10. How indigenous knowledge save our planet? Or we can say, are you struggling with climate change? Or ancestral wisdom hold the key? This episode explains how indigenous knowledge systems offer powerful solution for adaptation and cultural preservation. Namaste everyone. This is Dr. Ajit Jaswal. Today we are dealing with a deeper information related to the remarkable world of indigenous knowledge system in our series From the Earth for the Future. In this lecture, we'll discuss about community-based resource management. In fact, in the last lecture, we discussed about community-based resource management and traditional knowledge and livelihood. If you have missed that, then you can see the link given over here. Today's episode will discuss on two important criteria. One is the climate change warriors and other is cultural revival revolution. So today we'll try to unlock the secret of ancestral wisdom, empower communities and safeguarding our planet. So don't miss this insightful lecture. Let's start. The first part is climate adaptation and resilience. Climate adaptation and resilience are crucial aspects of addressing the impact of climate change on communities, ecosystem and livelihood. Adaptation refer to adjustment in response to current or anticipated change in climate condition, while resilience involves the ability of a system to withstand and recover from climate related shock and stress. Now let's discuss how community can build climate adaptation and resilience. The first important point related to that is risk assessment and planning. Communities assess their vulnerability to climate change impact through participatory processes that incorporate local knowledge, socioeconomic factors, and economic conditions. Climate risk assessment identify a priority area for adaptation intervention and inform the development of climate adaptation plan and strategies. Next important point is ecosystem-based adaptation. Ecosystem-based adaptation utilizes natural ecosystem and biodiversity to enhance resilience and reduce vulnerability to climate change. Communities restore degraded habitats, conserve biodiversity, and manage ecosystems such as forest, wetland, and coral reef to provide ecosystem services that support adaptation such as water regulation, soil stabilization, and carbon sequencing. So next is infrastructure and engineering solution. Community invest in climate resilient infrastructure such as flood defense, stormwater management system, and coastal protection measures to reduce the risk of extreme weather events such as flood, hurricanes, and sea level rise. Green infrastructure approach such as rain gardens and permeable pavement enhance urban resilience and ecosystem services. Next important point is related to diversified livelihood and income sources. Community diversify livelihood and income source to reduce dependency on climate sensitive sectors and enhance adaptive capacity. Sustainable livelihood strategies such as agroforestry, aquaculture, ecotourism, and renewable energy productions provide alternative source of income while building resilience to climate variability and market fluctuations. Another important point is traditional knowledge and indigenous practices. Community draw on traditional knowledge, indigenous practices, and local wisdom to adapt to changing climatic conditions. Indigenous people have developed adaptive strategy based on centuries of experiences such as crop diversification, water harvesting technique, and seasonal migration pattern, which enhance resilience and coping mechanism. Another important point is capacity building and education. Communities invest in capacity building, awareness raising, and education programs to enhance climate literacy, adaptive skill, and community resilience. Training workshop, knowledge enhancing platform, and climate information service provide communities with the tools and information needed to make informed decision and take adaptive action. Similarly, if you see the next point is social cohesion and community network, strong social network, community cohesion, and inclusive governance structure contribute to resilience building effort. Participatory decision-making processes, community-based organization, and indigenous institutions facilitate collective action, mutual support, and resource sharing during the times of a crisis. Next important point is policy support and institutional framework. National and local government services, they develop supportive policy framework, legal infrastructure on instrument, and institutional mechanisms that prioritize climate adaptation, risk reduction, and resilience building. Climate smart policies, adaptive planning processes, and decentralized governance structure empower communities to implement adoption measures and assess financial resources for resilience building initiatives. At last, we may say that by integrating these approaches, community can enhance their adaptive capacity, reduce vulnerability, and build resilience to climate change impact, thereby safeguarding livelihood, ecosystem, and well-being for current and future generation. There is a need of collaboration between the government, civil service, academicians, and local community, which is essential for implementing effective adaptation strategies and achieving climate resilience development goals. This is a very important area that we have to understand. Next is cultural revitalization and education. This is another approach and the last approach, which we call it as a cultural revitalization and education are essential component of efforts to preserve, to promote and celebrate indigenous culture, indigenous language, indigenous tradition, and knowledge system. Cultural revitalization involves reclaiming, revitalizing, and transmitting traditional cultural practices, values, and language that have been marginalized, suppressed, or eroded due to the historical injustice, colonization, and globalization. Now, let's try to see how cultural revitalization and education contribute to preserving indigenous culture and promote cultural diversity. Here is a few important points related to that. First is language revitalization. Language is central to cultural identity and serve as a repository of traditional knowledge, oral history, and cultural expression. Language revitalization efforts focus on preserving and promoting indigenous languages through language immersion program, through bilingual education, through education language documentation, and the development of language resources such as dictionaries, textbook, and digital media. Next is cultural heritage and preservation. Cultural revitalization initiatives aim to preserve and transmit traditional knowledge, traditional practices, and cultural heritage through intergenerational learning, storytelling, and cultural exchange. Elders, knowledge holders, and cultural practitioners, they play a very important key role in passing down the cultural traditions, cultural ceremonies, and arts to younger generation, ensuring the community and resilience of indigenous culture. Another important point is indigenous culture or indigenous education and curriculum development. Indigenous education emphasizes culturally relevant and contextually appropriate approach to teaching and learning through incorporate indigenous language, worldview, and knowledge system. Indigenous curriculum development integrates traditional ecological knowledge, oral histories, and local perspective into school curriculum, educational material, and pedagogical practices. Similarly, if you see, the next important point is community-based cultural program. Community-led cultural program, festival, workshop, and events provide platforms celebrating indigenous culture, fostering cultural pride, and strengthening social cohesion within the indigenous community. So, cultural revitalization initiative promote traditional art, traditional music, traditional dance, craft, storytelling as vital expression of cultural identity and creativity. Next important point is traditional ecological knowledge transmission. Cultural revitalization efforts include the transmission of traditional ecological knowledge related to resource management, related to biodiversity conservation, and environmental stewardship. So, traditional ecological knowledge transmission occur through experiential learning, mentorship, and participatory research projects that engage indigenous youth, elders, and community members in hands-on activity and knowledge sharing. Next is cultural centers and museum. Cultural centers, museums, and heritage sites serve as a repositories of indigenous knowledge, artifacts, and cultural expression, preserving and showcasing the rich diversity of indigenous culture to wider audience. This institution provides space for cultural exchange, dialogues, and intercultural understanding while promoting indigenous self-representation and self-determination. Another important point is cultural right advocacy. Cultural revitalization is linked to the recognition and protection of indigenous peoples' cultural rights, including the right to maintain practices and revitalize their natural tradition, revitalize their cultural language and identities. Indigenous right advocacy campaign seek local recognition, political support and institutional mechanisms to safeguard cultural diversity and promote cultural autonomy. Last and very important point is interdisciplinary collaboration. Cultural revitalization efforts benefit from interdisciplinary collaboration between indigenous communities, educators, researchers, policymakers, and cultural institutions. So collaborative project, collaborative research partnership, and knowledge exchange network facilitate the cooperations or co-creation of cultural appropriate solution, innovative methodologies, and best practices for cultural revitalization and education. So by prioritizing cultural revitalization and education, societies can promote cultural diversity, they promote social inclusion and intercultural dialogue while addressing historical injustice, while discussing promoting indigenous rights and fostering sustainable development based on the respect for cultural heritage and human dignity. So that's all for today. If you have any doubt, any question related to the present lecture or any other lecture that I delivered or any other area of anthropology, then you can ask through the comment section. One very important information, again I am repeating you, a new video will come daily around 1 p.m. So please keep your notification bell on. Thank you, namaste, thank you.